So welcome to CD 312, Multimedia Content Development. My name is Rosin Ngeze. I'm a lecturer here in the University of Dodoma, Department of Information Systems and Technologies. I've been teaching for a number of years in the areas of multimedia learning, multimedia content development, education technologies, and instruction design. So within the next 15 weeks, we'll be able to cover the following aspects. First of all, we'll be able to learn about the principles of developing multimedia contents, looking into multimedia principles of content creation, but we'll also focus on understanding multimedia project development lifecycle that has a number of phases that you'll be able to follow as you go through your project. And then you'll also think of the interactive elements that you think can be added onto your project to make your project much more engaging, but again have impact on the users. And finally, we are going to use a number of instruction design principles and multimedia learning principles to ensure that your content is engaging, but at the same time is really making learning happen. But why is it important for you to learn about CD312 multimedia content development right now? So we know that we create a lot of interactive elements, interactive content that might be useful. And today the world is full of multimedia wherever you go. So you go all the way on your roads, you walk around, you'll be able to see a number of multimedia elements. So multimedia content development is one of the courses that will help you be able to design interactive content for a number of purposes. But we think of business. The business world is full of multimedia. You speak about advertisement, you speak about promotion, you all speak about multimedia where multimedia elements can come into perspective. And we speak about creating instructional videos, whether videos for schools, for colleges, even for universities. This is the place where multimedia is going to hit, and therefore it's important for you to learn about these principles in advance. And we speak about maybe awareness campaigns for a number of projects and programs. All those awareness campaigns will have multimedia elements, multimedia components, multimedia projects coming up. That's where multimedia content development comes into perspective. But again, we look into maybe tourism and cultural heritage, where we speak about promoting or engaging our national parks, for example, our natural features, our tourist features, ensure that they are also being known. So we use multimedia in many ways to be able to make the public known about what we have in terms of tourism, in terms of culture as well. But we speak about media. Media uses a lot of multimedia that can be designed and created by yourself as an expert. And that's why you have to learn about multimedia and content in general. But you speak about other aspects like NGOs, you speak about developing partners. They also need multimedia elements to ensure that learning really happens and ensures that you can be able to achieve your objectives. Even the government can also use multimedia in many ways. So think of making advertisements online. Think of creating short videos for preparing the people, the public on some events. All those are multimedia elements, and that's why you are here to learn about CD312, Multimedia Content Development. So the course is composed of a number of modules and areas. So you start from multimedia learning, you focus on multimedia project development lifecycle, you go all the way to where you speak about publishing your multimedia. So designing the content, development of the content, implementation, and packaging, and then testing and packaging all together, all the way to publishing. So you have a number of topics that will be covered within this course. So the course will be offered in two modes. One, it will be the face-to-face mode where we meet in classrooms and learn about the course itself, theories and practice. But then we have the part that is blended, where at some point we'll be meeting online via platforms to be able to discuss and be able to learn more about the course. So we'll be having Google Meet sessions or Zoom sessions online. And then we'll also have some content that's embedded into our Moodle learning management system for you to be able to access while you are offline. So that is basically how the course will be delivered. So as part of assessment, this course has a project. So as a student, you will be required to develop a project where you'll be applying all the theories and principles and design principles you have covered within the course itself. So normally the project comes at the end, towards 2 or 3 weeks before the ending of the semester, where you have now the knowledge and skills to do your project. Now you're putting everything into one package to have a project that you'll be able to present before you start your university examinations. So you'll be able to use a number of authoring tools. You'll also be able to use a number of, design principles. You also think of other components like questions, feedback, and how you design all the interactive elements to your project to ensure that you have a full project that focuses on the application of what you have gotten from CD 312. And the project can come in many forms. It could be a video, it could be an animation, it could be a simulation, it could be a platform, educational platform, it could be an online course, it could be a MOOC, it could be any simulation. It all depends on how your interest is, and to ensure that you can be able to apply. So what is important is that the learning principles, the design principles, the multimedia principles are really vividly seen, and how you have been able to weave them into producing that particular project. So this course will be assessed using 3 mechanisms. One is that we have the course project that has been introduced, and this will be taking the bigger portion of the marks. So it will have 20 marks out of 40 marks. And then we have a test that is individual, where each and every person, each and every student will be able to do a test that is graded as 15 marks. And then we have a number of quizzes that will be coming at regular intervals to test how much you're understanding and how much you are progressing. So in general, the course will be 40% or 40 marks, and then the university examination will consist of 60 marks. That will be totaling to 100 marks. So that's all about CD 312, Multimedia Content Development. The class will be funny, the class will be practical, and I'm just looking forward to engaging you in the course. Thank you.